Hey everyone, how's it going? Riser here. Hope you're doing okay on this Labor Day, and if you don't celebrate it, we'll hope you're having a good day regardless. Today I want to go through all of my accounts on every single mobile game that I play on a frequent basis. And this means games that I try to at least log into 3 times or more a week. Of course, as always, a little quick plug, check out my webcomic Astro Trip on medibang.com. Link in the description. Okay, the first one we're going to have is FGO JP. I've been playing this one a lot solely because of the event. The summer event had just ended. As you can see, I've completed all of the missions. I did it in around 3 days, I think, near the end, because I wasn't playing anything. I wasn't going to grind at all while I was drawing my one shot. And so once I had finished it, I was like, all right, I have to beat this right now. So I literally kind of just completed it 2 days ago. I'm still on Shin, Lost Belt number 3. I've been having a lot of trouble. I want to catch up, but the desire and the will just isn't there. I mean, it's Lost Belt 3 too, so NA is going to hit that pretty soon. Like, I don't know, I'm not 100% concerned on catching up to JP. If we go over here, JP just had their 5th anniversary, so there was a bunch of rewards. And you know, JP right now is doing really well with rewards, solely because I think coronavirus made them feel a bit guilty for not really ramping things up. We've had a lot of reruns, a lot of stalling, a lot of filler, so they're giving out a lot of reward. I wonder how this is going to reflect when we see it in NA. It has to be around the same, right? But we'll see. And right now they're doing a experience event. This is great. I needed it because I couldn't level Abby up at all during most of this event. I had ran out of embers, and I just was like, if I take time to grind somewhere else, I probably won't catch up. So I need to just do this. So she was around level 60 the whole time during the event, but luckily the damage boost was there, and she was able to handle her own thanks to the damage boost. So we're going to go through the characters that I have. Here are my 5 stars. I have a lot of extra servants, extra class servants, and it stops right here at Yan Gufei. But so far, very little of them actually hit 90. We have Waver, Arjuna Alter, and Voyager. Those are probably my favorite servants. I kind of want to exclude Waver. It's kind of a lie. I just kind of powered them up because when they were doing the give a free 5-star, I just felt like I had to. But definitely Kama and Voyager are my favorite servants so far. So when NA comes around, those two are definitely servants I'm pulling for. But of course I love the Avengers also. I'm not sure which one I like more, to be honest. I'm going to lean towards Ishtar though. But Nobu is very cool. She can step on me. Then we move over to my 4 stars. I've grailed Hokusai once, Nightingale once, Arasei the 90. Where's Siege? Siege is here somewhere. There he is. Siege is right there. I've grailed him once. I'm going to grail Consort U for sure. I'm going to grail her to 90. And that's about it. Go to 3 stars. I'm pretty sure once I'm going to grail Billy a little bit more, and Ushiwaka as well. But that's really it. It's a very weak account because I just don't focus on JP a lot. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, that's going to change. It's definitely not. I'll definitely level characters up that I think I need. But right now, since there's an experience event going on and Ember Sages are at half off, this is the perfect time. Now, you might notice I don't use command codes in JP solely because I don't look up the translations. And when I want to, I just generally forget. And so I never apply them. I mean, there's no reason for me not to. It's just I'm lazy. Oh, before I move on, I wanted to say I got Bryn, by the way. MP2. Literally back to back. The first one she got pulled, and then right after that, a second one pulled. All in one multi. But I got her like at the second to last day of the event or so. So we're going to move on to the next game. There's not really too much else for me to talk about here for FGO. I'll try to level my servants more. If you want to add me, just leave a comment. Maybe if you want to help carry me through Sin, please, I need it. Okay, next up is Dragalia. I haven't really been playing it a lot, to be honest. I log in, and that's really about it. I believe there's a new chapter too. There is, and I haven't even done it yet. I've really just been focused on FGO. The last event, I really didn't focus a lot on either. The last time I played like really hardcore is when the summer event with Amane came out. And then after that, nothing really else caught my eye. And you know, Dragalia itself is kind of split right now. The events are generally kind of easy, while they have the harder content such as the Gito battles and the high dragon battles for like more experienced players or whatever you want to call it. So right now there's no real middle ground between these two. It's either you do all this easier content and you do a lot of it until you get ready to take on the harder content. There's inherent fun to the challenge, but so far it's kind of more frustrating. Try to build up your characters and it just doesn't work. So then you have to, well, I have to build up my Halidom too. And if that doesn't work, then you're like, well, I'm just gonna grind until I guess I'm ready. And that really means just building weapons. They say they're going to improve how you build weapons and stuff like that, because I feel like the system around it is kind of tedious, especially when it comes to like dismantling items and stuff like that. And so here, as you can see, this is the last time I pulled. It was for Galaxy here, and then I haven't really even pulled for anything else after that. Even the characters themselves are still level 1 because I had no reason to use them, because I'm playing like nothing besides the events right now. I guess the nice thing is that now you can summon with 10 vouchers instead of just 1 by 1. This saves me so much time. In fact, why not just try it out right now? It doesn't increase the rates like a normal multi does, which exactly what I was expecting. Alright, like people who wanted it to do the same, I think it was kind of it's reaching a bit too far. It's already a rainbow in there though. Bow. Alright, well, we can skip ahead. Bow character in the fire. Alright, cool enough. I mean, that's really all I can say about Dragalia. There's not really too much else for me to say. It's kind of been like the same for a while now. You know, it's found its rhythm. Story chapter, a Gito, event, maybe another event, then story chapter again, then a Gito, then event, that kind of way. And then they're really using the Gala remixes and the Gala banners a bit too much in my opinion. Like sometimes it feels like it's been like only 3 weeks since the last Gala banner, but I mean that's probably why they introduced the remix, right? I'm hoping we get another event sort of like the Nyx one, or again like Resplendent Refrain. Those are 2 of my favorite events, but I don't know, I don't see it happening, at least no time soon. I just don't want to rerun either. But that's it for this one, so let's move on. Okay, next up is Arknights. Overall, I don't know really what else to say about Arknights. I think the charm of it just kind of fell off for me. I'd still log in every single day, but for the most part, sometimes I don't even change the characters in my base to restore their morale. It just doesn't really feel necessary to me anymore. I kind of feel like I've hit a wall solely because progression is too damn slow. In general, I can show you my Elite 2 units. Once I hit the first one, hitting Elite 2 was just really easy. Obviously I could do more of these characters, but LMD is just such a grind, and the events are so useless to get LMD. And then once you get it, it's out the window like the next second. I've never really come across a smartphone game, a gacha, that has such meaningless regular currency. Because it takes too long to get it. You want to do like the 30 stamina quest to get LMD, it takes generally too long again. Even then, if you do a lower stamina quest, you can get around the same amount for the same amount of sanity. So if I had done the 15 one 2 times, it would be around, if not equal to the 30 sanity LMD quest. And normally I would just do the 15 one over and over again. That way I can hit the daily missions. But right now, Arknight just kind of feels like a chore. It doesn't really feel like anything I'm really working towards. The story itself isn't very compelling. I'm still on episode 4 because I just haven't found anything more interesting about it. Even though I know I can beat this stuff. For a while I was sitting there like, I just can't beat anything. Everything is so difficult, you know. This huge difficulty spike just came out of nowhere for me. And then I started leveling up characters and spent maybe a month to 2 months just leveling up characters in general and not doing anything else besides that. That to me seems to cause the burnout for me. I was spending all this time leveling up characters for really not too much worthwhile. You know, you get extra info about the characters, which is cool enough. Maybe a CG or something like that. I don't know. It's just not very interesting. You know, it's cool and all seeing the Elite 2 artwork, because it's obviously the real artwork. This is one of my favorites, their Hokusai, if you will, because it has an octopus. Also is like a painter, so Hokusai much. You know, Silver Ash being one of the top tiers. You know, I've gotten a lot of good characters. If we go by rarity here, I got the new character CB. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I got her. I also got Swords, and also Lazy, and Spectre, and Hung. But I feel like I have zero reason to actually try out new characters, and when I do, I try them out on an easier stage. Or when you go into a mission you've already completed, for example this one, right? Here, you go to the auto deploy, and you just use that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Arknights definitely needs a queue that has 1, a faster speed than 2 times speed, or it just needs to skip it entirely. Having the game sit here for 2 minutes on a result that it knows and I know that's going to be a positive outcome for me, it seems kind of redundant. Why am I sitting here watching this? Why am I sitting here paying attention to this and babysitting it? And then it also needs a system that allows, after you finish a mission, it'll just start it over again, if they really don't want to add some sort of skip feature. But you know what, that's going to be for a totally different video. There's a few things I could really get on Arknights about. Overall, I like the concept, I like the general idea, I like the gameplay, but it drags its feet so much, so often. The payout really doesn't seem worth it. You know, the story itself isn't that grand scale to me, and the presentation of the story is also very, very dry. If they had sound clips of characters saying certain things during the cutscenes, or the dialogue parts, whatever you want to call it, I think it would be a little bit more interesting, but no. While the overall aesthetic is very nice, I'm just looking for something with a little bit more substance. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, well, the next game is Taimanin Action. A game I still play because I wanted to know what characters they were going to add. And so, last time I played this was for Appcast, and I think it was Murasaki who was added at the time. But now they've added Shiranui and Sue. And then there's another character coming even a little further from now, sometime after September 15th. And I believe if you're like premium, you can get her early or something like that, and then she'll be rolled out to everyone else for like the premium currency or something like that. But as you can see, I do play maybe a little bit more than I wish to admit. But I do like it. I like the action in the game. The monsters are still ill-fitting when you have characters that look like this. But also, I am still a fan of when you max out these other characters, that you get gems, and then you also get like a little picture too. And it's fully voiced too. Like some really, really good picture. Of course, they lean more on the fan service side. Compared to the original Taimanin Action and the works associated with it, they're a bit more wholesome. So I didn't want to show the other characters.
Taimanin Action Murasaki, お前が隊長か。水木知らないよ。まだまだ雪風には負けないわ。人民解放軍情報部所属、スー人類だ。
Now, of course, my only real gripe about the game is that it takes forever to build any sort of resources. It's super stingy. It takes a slow amount of time. And the only way I can realistically see you moving with any real progress after like honeymoon period, which is the first 3 chapters of the game, is to put a lot of money into it. And the game is pretty shameless when it comes to telling you it wants your money. You know, characters have multiple costumes, all of them costing the premium currency. The gachas run with the premium currency. If you want to buy more stamina, premium currency. They just added this friend point thing, but I'm not 100% sure what it does yet. And then the character herself, I believe this is the character, is going to be $50 something. Like, Jesus Christ. Now, yeah, you're paying to also get like early access, but $50 for a gacha character? And then normally a character costs around 1,000 gems. So you're looking at maybe $50 to $70. You know, your first time purchase, they double the number, but oh my god, is it a lot. That's a lot of money just for characters and costumes. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't even know if I can show any of these costumes. It's kind of dangerous. This one seems alright. You know, don't get me wrong, I like costumes. I like to see a bunch of costumes and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty obvious to say this game is not free-to-play friendly at all. Just because you can get the characters for free doesn't really justify the amount of time it takes to get those characters. And if you want to see gameplay from this game, I've already done an appcast on it. Either look up the appcast playlist or search up Taimanin Action. And I should be somewhere in there. Bye. Alright, on to the next game. Pokemon Masters. We just hit the 1-year event. So now it is known by Pokemon Masters EX. And so if I can just show what I have. If we just go down the list, these are the 5 stars I have. I have Red, I got Leaf, Signa. Recently, I got 2 of her also, by the way. But I also got Blue as well. So now I have all 3 of Red, Blue, and Green Signa suits. Also Cynthia's Signa suit. Don't know if I shared, I got Sabrina as well. Dawn too. And him as well. I mean, so overall, I've been pretty lucky when it comes to polls. Only missing Valerie and Lucy. But they're 4 stars. Now, Pokemon Masters itself has gone through quite a bit of an overhaul. There used to be a thing here where you can unlock the character's moves, but now it's no longer here. And I wonder if they finally stabilized and they figured out what they wanted the game to be now. Or should we expect more changes to come? And you know, more like core mechanic changes too. Because if you were to tell me, oh, well, they're just going to get rid of a system that you grinded for, which is a thing they've been doing. They introduced the sync orbs. They changed the whole system. You know, to me, it seems like they had a bunch of ideas. They didn't know how to implement them. They threw it out there. They saw the feedback and they changed it. That's fine for like maybe 1 to 2 things. It just seems very inconsistent. I'm hoping they just level out. And with the rebranding of EX, I'm assuming that's what's happened. We finally have a more concrete version of the game. Some good changes, some bad changes. The worst change of all is this stamina system. I would have openly praised Pokemon Masters every single day because there was no stamina system. But maybe people complained that there wasn't a stamina system. But to me, I think that was one of the best reasons about the game. Now, instead, I don't have to really do any more work, which is fine to some degree, but inherently lowers the value of the mission, right? Because instead of just playing this mission, I just go to Ready, and I use these skip tickets that I have. And I have a bunch of skip tickets. I'm normally at 900 stamina every single day, which then makes me wonder, just why do we have stamina at all? Why can't we just get skip tickets? After you do something on a certain difficulty, and you beat it once, all you now need is stamina and tickets, just to do it over and over and over and over and over again. Sure, there are exceptions to this rule. You tell me, do you like it? Do you not? I definitely lean towards the side of not liking it. Because I feel like I really am doing nothing anymore. You know, I was okay with the idea of using like the training areas to have stamina and that you clear those with stamina and just those alone. But I mean, even the story segments have stamina too, which is just like, I don't know. And you know, now the whole the daily rewards are totally different as well. You know, I think a year is a good amount of time to invest into a game. And when you invest so much time and then they just kind of do a 180 on you, it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Doesn't mean I hate the game. I'm being critical of it, of course. But I don't generally hate it. I think it's a pretty good game still. Now, I especially can't say I dislike it when I think the rates are some of the best ever in like a gacha game. But that also has to do with the fact that they have less characters in general. And while I have your attention, can someone give me a recommendation? Which 3 stars should I start promoting? Like from right here to Brock, those are the 3 stars I have. So maybe like a quick pause or so. Tell me which ones I should start investing in. I'm not missing any of the 3 stars, by the way. So these are all the ones left that I have not promoted to 4. So maybe if you have an idea or a suggestion, please tell me. And with that, let's move on. Alright, so the next game is Kick Flight. I've been playing it quite a bit on my free time, like at least once a week. They had added this new character, Hitagi. I love her so much. She's the cutest thing ever. I even got one of her other costumes. This is her other one. But this is her original costume. Looks really cool. She's got a little demon Oni thing going on. And so far, I mean, I've been enjoying it. You know, the player base, again, is very, very small. So you get matched up with, like, CPUs all the time. And then when you're matched up with a regular human player, sometimes they catch you off guard and they just stomp you. But I made the S rank, so I am able to play the other game modes. Rapid Ball. The other one that I think is, like, Capture the Flag. And then you have the ring one. Not the ring one, the gym one. And, you know, I've been trying to get a little better at this game so far. Like, I like playing it all, and I wish there were more players in general. That way, I guess it would be a bit more fun. But getting the S rank just takes maybe too long for some people, and they just never get there. A lot of people I was going through my friends list have already quit. I'm gonna take her out. Tsubani's a melee character, so she needs to get close to attack opponents like so. Oh, this guy has 16. He didn't turn it in? What a fool. Like, when I play this game, it has to be at certain times of the day. That way I actually match with people. I don't know if it's mixed with the Japanese servers or not. I don't remember off the top of my head ever playing with Japanese people. But I might have. And then her ultimate here is pretty cool. One hit kill. Like so. Bam. Done. Here. Bam. Done. So far, she's one of my favorite characters. I'm not good with these attack characters. I'm kind of better with ranged characters and support characters. Especially when it comes to like me playing with real people who are way more aggressive than me. Like right now I'm playing with CPUs, so it's not hard. It's stupid CPUs too that don't know how to deposit their crystals. But like when I'm finding people who are really good and really aggressive and know how to use a good mix of their skills and their capsules, man, I am wrecked every single time. And that's game match. And that's really all I can say about Kickfight. There's really not too much going on. Like I said in my appcast of it, if they had some sort of single player mode outside of the challenges, something more engaging to the average player besides just multiplayer stuff, and this is a problem I think all multiplayer games have, is that they focus on the multiplayer and figure out that sooner or later people who don't win enough want something more, or just to detach themselves from the multiplayer for just a quick bit will want something like that. And that you shouldn't have solely just multiplayer only. I'm not saying they have to cater to every single audience. I'm just saying that they shouldn't put all their eggs in one basket and expect people to just enjoy that. And like I said, there are challenges, but they're not sufficient enough. Especially when you have such a colorful cast of characters. It's such a waste to have nice character designs and have no stories behind them that are in the game. If they're outside of the game on some website or something like that, that's a shame. It should always be in the game. You know, I would love to recommend Kickfight to people, but I just think it's a hard sell. Woo woo! Happy Labor Day. Free Saint Courts. So now we finally move on to FGO and A. I pretty much have no more Saint Courts because after I had pulled for BB and MHX, I pulled on the John and Ibaraki banner solely to try to get Ibaraki and maybe John. But I did get her, Ibaraki at least, and they're trying to tease me with a Shootin right now. I might fall for it. I might take the bait. I don't know. But I mean, I might as well recap with everything I've got for an A. Most of my 5 stars are Max Ascension. BB I didn't get a chance to because I had just gotten her and I ran out of stuff. So I'll handle her a little bit later. Tesla I never upgraded past a certain point because I literally just don't use him at all. Sorry, dude. And then Ozzy and Scotty. Scotty just needs 1 more. Ozzy needs 2. Anyone else? I think that's it. So overall, these are all of my 5 stars. I think I have a pretty good assortment. Then we move over to my 4 stars, which is all over the place. One of my most used 4 stars is Nero, and Nobunaga, Tomoe Gozen, Kentucky Rider, Martha, Nidocris Assassin, Shiki, Ibaraki, BB, and obviously MASH. But again, I think I have a pretty healthy assortment of servants, but there's a lot of work to be done. I want to max Ascension everyone. It just takes so much time. You know, when I look at it, the only 3 stars that I grailed were Ku, Ushiwaka, and Izo, huh? But I did grail Hans. I'm not sure who else I'll grail. I need to think about it. I still have plenty of grails sitting around. Yeah, I have 11 grails sitting around. So I can do someone. I'm just not sure who. Now, the command codes for NA is a bit different. I'm just waiting for more to come out, because I'm able to clear content without them, so I don't see a reason to use them just yet. It's not like the command codes have a leveling system to them, so there's no rush for me to do it either. But as you can see, I have started on certain servants that I know I'm going to add a command code to. And then I also need to clear Demerung. But normally I take my time with that kind of stuff. And I think that's really it for NA. There's not too much to really say. It's the game I probably play the most out of all of the games on my phone. And so that's all for the games that I play currently. I think for the most part I enjoy all of them. Some of them do get stale from time to time, which is why I play a bunch of these games. I don't want to really devote myself to one thing and devote hours and hours of time. If I want to move on to something else for a little while, that's why I play multiple. If one's getting a little bit boring, I can just switch to the other. I've been asked before, how do you balance all of them? I technically don't. I log in just about every day, and then I choose one of them to play for about 30 minutes to an hour every night. That's really it. Maybe if I'm going behind on an event, I'll play more than that, but every night is when I play these games. I don't play them during the daytime at all. I just don't have time, or there's something more important. So when I'm about to go to sleep, or maybe when in the middle of editing or working on something, that's when I generally play these games. And again, that's why I say like, oh, a game that can play itself or whatever is fine by me, because maybe I want to progress while I'm doing something else. Because if grinding is tedious, why would I want to do it while working? But also at the same time, why do tedious grinding when I have to work, you know? It's that kind of mentality that I have. Other than that, tell me what games you guys are playing. Just 1, just 2, 7 like me. Maybe I'm going to even add more to that roster. I'm looking at the Kimetsu no Yaiba game. I'm looking at the new Delightworks game. A video on that later today. And then I also wanted to pick up Tales of Krystoria too, but I'm running out of space and I need to make some space for that. But yeah, tell me what you guys are playing. So I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.